Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Cardboard Commander. My name is Jerry, and you are watching the Zone of Control podcast, episode number 47. It's hard to believe that we have had 47 episodes of the Zone of Control. We've already got a nice group in here. It looks like 15 people's already in the house. So let's go through and see who's here. Charles is here. Hey, Charles, how you doing, buddy? Christoph is in the house. Hey, Christoph. Nick from Colorado's in the house. Paul's here. Hey, Paul, how are you doing? Let's see who else we got here. Got a first timer. All right. Hey, thanks for coming. I appreciate you. Hey, good evening, Michael. How are you doing, buddy? And looks like Dicey Dave is in the house. And then Christoph, no new games. Wow, that's not good, Christoph. No new games. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the show, we there's another name I'm not familiar with. So welcome. Thank you. What we try to do here, folks, is especially tonight, because Compass comes on at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. So we try to get this show done about 7:50, so you guys can all rush over there, as well as I like to rush over there and see what's going on as well. But today, so we're just going to be going through here. Look, got a good crowd coming in today. Really appreciate you guys all coming in to support the channel. Really do appreciate you guys. So we're just going to get on with the show, and hopefully we'll be done in time. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll talk about this week's briefing, what I did for videos this week. We've got some special guests coming in the next couple of weeks. Hey, Dave. What I'm playing on table, what I'm playing online. Then talk about the rule books I've been reading, and then this week's topics, and then we'll hit the road and you guys won't have to listen to me anymore. But really do, man, there's a big crowd in here. We've just hit almost 25 people already, so thank you guys. So we'll just jump into this real quick. The first thing I want to chat about is I got some mail, and folks, as you guys know, I'm a fanboy for VUCA. I'm not gonna lie. And look what came in the mail. So I'll make this big so you guys can see what came in the mail. Look at that. So Iron Ring. I don't know why this is on the outside. Maybe it's something that they put in later and they just didn't get it in the bag. But I got this from Noble Knight, and it's sealed up because I'm going to be doing an unboxing. But I got the Iron Ring in, so I'm really happy about getting that in. As you guys know, I'm going to try. I know it's a big game, so I'm hoping I can get it set up on my table to where it's where I can get it set up and ready to play. And then looks like, yeah, keep telling me what you guys are playing out there. That's really cool, getting to see what you guys are playing. A couple things. Oh, I went by a game store today, so I had a doctor's appointment in town, and I went, well, not in our town, it's about 45 minutes away in Joplin, Missouri, and I went in there, and there's a game store there, and I didn't even know this game store was there. It used to be a bookstore, but I talked to the people inside. It's called Gray Wolf Games, and they actually had war games in there. So I'm going to do a blog post about it. But yeah, they actually had war games. But I did pick up one thing while I was in there, and well, I thought I had it here. Oh, here it is. They actually had this book in there that, as you guys know, I'm a big Crete fan, and so they had this Operation Mercury book in there. So I picked it up, and it was $6. So going to give it a read and see what's going on, and go from there. So I thought it was $9.99. It's got a little tag on there. It says $9.99. Went up to the desk and she said, no, it's $5.99. So that was cool. And let's see what. Oh, hey, I also got a couple things from. I think I got this. I think I put him in here. Yeah. So Anthony from Delight, Arkansas. So he lives. It's about 3.5 hours from me, but he and I have been chatting back and forth. We played Memoir 44 together, and he had mentioned Mike Lambo. I don't have any Mike Lambo games, and he mentioned that he had extra, so he sent me a copy of Lone Sherman in the Pacific, and so I'll be giving that a try. You guys know I kind of stay away from these things because I don't like to do arts and crafts. But he even printed out the counter sheet for me. So all I got to do is cut them, and I'll probably just get my wife to cut those out for me. And she's got a steadier hand than I do. But I wanted to thank Anthony for hooking me up with my first Mike Lambo game. He also sent me. So this is what's really cool, folks. Check these little minis out he sent me. I guess he's got a 3D printer, and he sent me a bunch of these minis. So I thought that was kind of cool. Here's a couple more. Look at those little things. How cool is that? And so I'm looking forward to, he sent me some little, there's some terrain, pillbox, and things like that. So again, really cool stuff. And I guess I'll maybe use them in the game itself. So we'll try to check that out. But thanks again, Anthony. I really do appreciate it. I'm looking forward to trying out my first Mike Lambo game. So thank you for hooking me up. I really do appreciate that. Let me get everything off the table here because we're going to need all the table space. I did send in a bunch of stuff to Noble Knight. So I'll be building up some credit over there and getting some new things. Like I said, folks, if I'm not playing games and I have them, then I don't have a problem doing the purge and taking it and getting new ones. Let's catch up here with the. Let's see, we got what people are telling me what they're playing. That's kind of cool. Carrier Battle Philippine Sea. Yeah, I'm hoping the rules, Christoph, were that was off an old. I forgot what the original game was, and I actually had it, but the rules were kind of convoluted. So I'm hoping that that one's a little nicer. Let's see what we got. Phantom Leader. So again, I think you guys know I do not have any games from DVG. I've never played anything from the Leader series, and people keep telling me that I should do that. So I'm going to have to look into that and see if I can find me a DVG game that I would like. Assault Sicily. So this is on my wish list. I would really like to get this game. It's kind of hard to come by right now. Let's see what else we got. Oh, nice. So, boy, you're learning Fields of Fire. Good for you. Hopefully you have the new Fields of Fire, not the old Fields of Fire. The rule book may not be as bad as it was. I hear the new one's really good. So British Tank Ace, one of my favorite games. It's awesome. I think you guys know I love Western Front Ace as well. Christoph at there. Let's see what else we got. Nick says, well, I don't know if it's the same thing, Nick, but Hellcat Takers, you can get Spiral Bound. Nice. We'll have to check that out. Yeah, I did. It was a nice little score. Pretty good there. Hey, thanks for coming in. First time live. That's great. Thanks for coming in and spending a Thursday night. Italy 43. We're going to talk about that, Charles. I think you saw we played that earlier this week. Warfighter, man, that big box. That looks really cool. I just don't know if I want to dive down that rabbit hole. It just looks like getting out of my World War II comfort zone. So yeah, so I'm going to do that a little bit this year as well. I'm going to play some Civil War stuff. I love World War I stuff, so I always get out and play that a little bit. I've never played any Ancients, but I did order. I'm on the pre-order for the Commands and Colors Napoleonics. So yeah, I'm going to try to play a little bit too. All right, nice. You've also got that on the table. That's great. And yeah, guys, thanks for the comments, man. This is great. Yeah, Charles. Like I said, I've never had one. Hey, Mike, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you. You guys, if you haven't checked out Wolfpack, go check that out. I've been reading the rules on that, and I'm getting ready to give it a shot. So we'll be doing that. So again, thanks again to Anthony for hooking me up with my Mike Lambo book, and I really do appreciate that. So this week's videos, you guys probably saw I did a learning video on Italy 43 with Doug from Battlefield Banter. So that was kind of cool. Stuka Joe's in the house. How you doing, Stuka? Yeah, that's true. So I think the video is like almost an hour and a half long, and we just took our time and kind of went through the rules. I know Christoph was on there for a little bit. We're getting a lot of good replies from that, and so that was kind of cool to just take our time and learn that game. But I've played it a couple times, but Doug had not played it, so we kind of went through that. And then I've done turns 1 through 3 on Berlin, Fall of the Reich. I've got the rest of the videos done. I'm going to space them out when I upload them. But yeah, so that's a couple videos. Plus, we'll have this one, and I've got a sports game. I'm going to play a pre-Super Bowl of fast drive football too. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, that's probably true. You're probably right. I do like at least having a basis on that. But yeah, you're probably right, Mike. It's probably easier to learn that way. All right, so we got a couple things going in our first show on February 12th. Jester will be joining the show, and he'll be coming in on the second Tuesday of every month. He'll be coming in and hanging out with us and chatting, and we'll just be it's just going to be cool to have Jester on the show. So that will start February 12th, and then he will be on every Tuesday going forward from there. And then on the February 26th, we will have the guys from Battlefield Banter on here, and they will be on here. Just I want to promote their channel a little bit and just kind of get them up and going. They do a lot of replays on some of the Combat Commander stuff and things like that. So I really want to just promote their channel. Look, people were great to me. Jester, Ruff, Tony, and those guys were great. Nate were great at promoting my channel, so I'm just hoping to give it back a little bit and promote some of that as well. Yeah, that'd be great, Nick. I would love to do that. Yeah, I do like playing some of these sports games. I don't talk about them a lot on here because I don't want to. People are here to see war games, but I do like to play my sports games. So on the table, I am Berlin is leaving the table. I'm going to tear that down tonight, and Traces of War will go back onto the table, and or Traces of War will be the first time on the table. I've played Traces of Hubris, but this will be the first time this goes on the table. And then speaking about going out of my comfort zone, I am going to set up Sea and Still, a game about Columbus exploration, and you know what, Christoph? Let me look that up for you. I'll have to double check. But so I'm kind of going out of my comfort zone a little bit there with that game. But I want to try it out. They sent it to me, so I'm very appreciative about that. So I want to give them some love. Iwo Jima I really liked, and like I said, they're coming out and fixing their own rules, so that's really good. Jose's doing a great job over there, and I'm hoping to get him on the show. I need to send him an email and just see if I can get him on the show, because I think that company has a good vision, and I'm kind of really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do in the near future. So have you guys played that? Have you guys seen it? I just it's one of those games that I just like I said, it's way out of my my comfort zone, but we'll give it a shot. So Christoph, Battlefield Banter is Battlefield Banter with a, here, I'll put it in the chat so you guys can see. But yeah, you guys should go if you get a chance. Go check them out. I'll put that in the chat. There we go. I think it'll allow me to post. Yeah, it'll allow me to post in there. But yeah, so I'm going to try that out and see what's going on there. Let's see what Charles has got on. Yeah, I'm not doing I'm not diving down the mini channel thing there. It's just another thing to spend a lot of money on, and that sort of thing. So there's the Battlefield Banter Dash game. So go check that out if you get a chance. But that's what I got on the table. Online, I played was it last night? No, night before last, I played Imperial Tide. If you guys have not played that game, that is a great game. It is a lot of fun. They've updated the vassal module, so it's well worth the price of admission, and they've done a good job on it. And it's if you like Paths of Glory, it's Paths of Glory Light. Thank you, Christoph. I appreciate you guys doing that. Make sure if you do comment over there, tell them that I sent you over there. And folks, we have almost 40 people in here tonight, so really want to thank you for that. And then I'm playing some ASL Starter Kit, which I've got 2 or 3 scenarios going there. I think I'm going to start another one. In fact, the good news is, that's another cool thing that just happened is the March Madness was just announced by the Kansas City ASL Club. It will be happening on March 13th through the 15th, I think it is. Yeah, the Kansas City ASL group. So they will be having their event on the 13th through the 15th. So really looking forward to that. If you guys are in the area, it's a good group of people. They are really fabulous, and it's a lot of fun playing with those guys. And I have to say, I've really enjoyed my time playing with those guys. If let's see what else. Oh, do you guys? So I also got my Combat Commander ladder opponent. So I need to reach out. I've reached out to them. So hopefully I can get that scheduled and get that going and get the game in. There's no rush, but I like to jump on that pretty quickly, just because it's one of those things I like to get taken care of and that sort of thing. So let's see. We'll go back over here. Let's see what else we got. So I'm still doing the rulebook kind of in-depth challenge, and so I've gotten through the comprehensive example of play through Empire of the Sun. So I'm starting to pick it up and is starting to get familiar with it. So that's a good thing. Again, Mark Herman has reached out, and he's kind of like Mike. He's like, hey man, I'll just teach you how to play. But so I may take him up on that offer as well. I'm just trying to, I don't want to be a bother to anybody. So Christoph says I have Traces of War in Hubris. It's not the game you win by battling, but by maneuver. Yep, I think so as well. Almost all my GHQ micro armor I bought last century. Yeah, that's probably when it was affordable. And GHQ stuff is good. Let's see what else we got. Banter said he will be at GMP. Yeah. So he lives in San Diego. So he's a San Diego guy. We talked about that a little bit because of my son actually went to architecture school down in San Diego. And yeah, he's a San Diego guy, and so is his counterpart Mark. They're both from around that area. So, but the rule book, like I said, I've been doing the Empire of the Sun. You're going to see my first video on it. I filmed some of the comprehensive examples, so we'll be doing that. Oh, and also, I don't know if you guys can see this picture real well, but if you look at the cubes for me card holders, they work perfect with this, and I got everything in here. I have to say, I'm really impressed with that. Those organizers, they're they're not cheap, but boy, they sure are. They sure do a good job at organizing your games. A lot of micro, yeah. So I like the idea of the armor stuff. So I don't know if you guys, when I was a kid, everybody played when BattleTech first came out. They had those mechs, and everybody would paint those things, and I remember guys would throw cotton balls down and use that for, terrain and things like that. Um, I would like to I just suck at painting. I just suck at crafts. I'm just bad at it. And so I don't want to like I said, I'm just not a I'm not an arts and crafts kind of guy. I'm bad at it. My wife has to on some of my sports games, I get everything through PDF, and we're going to have a whole show talking about that phenomenon because it is taking over the sports game genre, and I think for the good. So we'll talk about that at a later date. But Charles says, I don't do large fights. Keep it manageable. Nice, nice. And then Christoph says yeah, they are nice, and you can just tell they're made really really well. You can just tell that they're made really well, and it's a good product. I have to say I'm very impressed with them. So here's a couple things we got from the interweb the last couple of days, and so doing World War II armor in 18 millimeters. Um, so just here's a couple things that I found on the web that I thought were kind of interesting. So I don't know if you guys got to see my video about my dice rolling when I was playing Berlin. So the first I played Berlin the first couple of times just to get the system down and make sure I could do all that. And I didn't record it because I was trying to learn the game. Well, my dice were the worst. It was awful. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a video and see if it changes because I needed something to change the luck. Well, guess what? It didn't change at all. The dice were abysmal. It was the worst I've ever seen it. But I posted the video and I meant to make this thumbnail like this because I don't do that ever, right? And this person, Valen Sinclair 6750, commented on the video and said, "Please don't resort to clickbait thumbnails. This hobby is above that." And I won't say I replied in a snippy manner, but I replied and I said, "Look, I've got 200 and some videos on this channel. Did you go look and see if this is a trend or if it's something that I do very rarely?" And I answered for him. This is the first time I've ever done that. And the only reason I did it was because of the situation where the dice were bad and I wanted to make it clickbaitish. And so I just thought that was kind of funny that somebody pointed that out. And that I love this hobby is above that. I don't know. I don't want to be above anything. We're just a bunch of people out here playing games, and I don't know about you. I've been to lots of wargaming conventions and places to play games, and once the game like 10 o'clock goes away, the beer comes out or some other adult beverage, and people love to play games. And trust me, it's most war gamers are just people out having a good time and wanting to play. Nick said, Jerry, just man, it was awful. So I did get rid. So they were the small dice from Revolution. I was going to actually send them back to Revolution Games and just tell them that I didn't. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't know if I'll ever use those again. Yeah, I didn't think it was clickbait either. But I guess because of the image, maybe because I put that shocking image on there, maybe that's why they thought it was clickbait. Yeah, I don't care, And that's true, and that's what I kind of told him, Rob. I was like, I said, just yeah, and that's why I did it. I was hoping that people would catch the joke that it was designed to do that. Yeah, everybody's had a bad dice day, right? I know I have, and um, so it's kind of funny. I just said it again. I catch myself doing that. I love the word "so" when I'm doing a video because I'll move pieces around and I'll go, "So this is done," and so I'm going to this and so on. And then all of a sudden I realize to myself, I'm like, damn, Jerry, you got to have a better vocabulary than the word "so." And I mentioned that, and I've had a few people send back, we haven't really noticed it until you said it. So I just see, I did it again. But it's just one of those things that, yeah, I try to stay away from the thing because I do know that becomes very, and I used to do that a lot too, but I've really kind of made myself, and it's kind of funny. I did public speaking for work and all that sort of thing. And I never did that because I always was just slowed down and kind of do it. And then sometimes on here, I'll speed up a little bit for some reason. So I don't know why, but I do. But yeah, so that came back. I'm not going to turn into clickbait, everybody. I just thought it was kind of funny myself. Yeah, I kind of thought the same thing there. Stacking limit. I thought that was kind of weird. And yeah, and like you said, the thing. So that's one of the things I found off the interweb. And here's another one. I told you guys I wasn't going to do the pre-order thing. I wasn't going to add any games. And yeah, that didn't last long. So the minute I said that, it seemed like MMP puts out their pre-order for uh, Prelude to War Marco Polo Bridge. They're doing one for ASL and one for starter kit. So I had to jump on that, and for $36, it's hard not to do that. So I just I did. I slipped. I fell off the Purge bandwagon and the non-pre-order bandwagon, so I could pick up Prelude to War. I'm still, so I do have two starter kit scenarios. I mean, two starter kit modules on pre-order, as Decision that Elst is also going to be reprinted, and I want to make sure that I get that as well. That's true, Chris. Hey, look, and I still do the thing from now, but for some reason, the word "so" is something that I do a lot. If they don't like what you're doing, yep, yeah, and I don't want to be a jerk about it, but I just thought it was kind of odd. Hey, Jester, how are you, buddy? Can't wait to get you on the show. We talked about you already. Oh, and Jester is going to be having a new show called War Game Wednesday, and I think that's starting relatively soon. And so you guys should make sure you check out Jester. Hey, go check out his channel. He needs help. He doesn't do a lot of videos, and he really needs a subscriber help. I'm just kidding. But yeah, go check out Jester, and he's going to be doing a War Game Wednesday. I'm hoping I'll be on there and get to be on there and play some games. And also, I created his logo for him, so it looks pretty cool. Yeah, Nick, it's kind of funny. I said I wasn't going to do any pre-order, and then all of a sudden I'm pre-ordering. So, yeah, Charles, and for the most part, I think I'm pretty good at chatting and that sort of thing. I think I'm pretty good at not, I try to keep it conversational. I want to make it seem like that we're just having a conversation amongst friends. So sometimes I think that lends itself to those kind of grammar stuff. So, hey, Anthony, hey, buddy, I talked about you. I already showed off. Hey, check this out. I was showing everybody. Oh, I guess I need to get your picture out of the way. But I was showing everybody your cool little 3D armor units that you sent me, and the Mike Lambo book. So really do want to thank you for that, Anthony. That was fantastic. Very cool. Yeah, Jester, he doesn't play enough. He just, I need to, and that's why I was going to help him with his channel. He needs the help. It's kind of like Stuka Joe. Stuka needs my help to boost his subscribers, and they don't. I'm just glad they let me hang out with them in the same breath. And then everybody's saying, oh, so what did Jester say? Yep. So I can't wait to be on. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jester's channel, let me find Jester's channel, because he can't put it in it won't let him put the link into the box here, but I just found it. So I will send it to you right now, or I'll put it in the link. So if you haven't checked out his channel, and the guy plays a ton of games. So you gotta go check out his channel. Make sure you tell him that Jerry sent you, so he's nice to me. He and I play some games and stuff like that. Let's see. Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, yeah. So there, and then I just put his channel up there. So go check that out. And then thanks again, DB, for coming in. What part of the country do you live in? What kind of games do you like? What's your favorite games? Let's see. Let's go back to our little presentation over here. So yeah, so I fell off the wagon and purchased a pre-order. Now I will say we'll talk about this later too. I think I've got it on here. Yeah, so I chickened out and I canceled my pre-order for the 3 Days of Gettysburg, the GBACW title. And my reason being is, look, even with the simple rules, it's going to be another whole game system that's going to be tough to get into. And I've got a couple other systems already here. Like I've already got Most Fearful Sacrifice. I've already got Rocket Chickamauga. So I want to get those on the table. And then I think I'm going to jump into the Blind Swords part of it from Revolution. I think I'm going to jump into there. So I know Hexy and Wardrobe and Ross and Camp Sawyer, those guys are going to, hate me because I did that. But yeah, I think I'm just going to wait and play what I have and not dive into another new system that's crunchy and that sort of thing. And I may regret it. But we'll see. We'll see. I decided to do that. So I just, like I said, I don't know if I want to get back into another rabbit hole like that. And so I'm just trying to, so that's what I'm going to do there. So, all right. So now we're going to talk about this week's discussion. And one of the things that I want to talk about this week is this is going to be games that I like that have created a memory for me that I don't think you've probably heard of, or if you have heard it, I don't know if you've played it, and that sort of thing. And if you have, then that would be fantastic. Yeah, and I agree, Rob. I think that's what I'm going to do, and so I think I'm going to jump into that pool. In fact, as soon as I get this credit from Noble Knight, I think I'm going to start jumping in and doing some of that. So let's see, Dwayne from Houston, Texas. I used to live in Dallas for 20 years, so sorry you got to live in Houston. I'm just kidding. Hosted Here I Stand, played Traces Victory, my first VUCA game. So you will find out I love VUCA. I'm a huge VUCA guy, and I love their games. And like you said, I think a lot of people are VUCA people all of a sudden. So, so we're going to jump into this week's topic. And the first one I'm going to talk about is, I don't know if you guys have heard of this game before, but it is Fast Attack Boats. Have you guys heard of this game? So this game, believe it or not, God, I bet it came out in 1980, maybe. Old Yokinto used to come out with these, what they call album games. So the map is right there. And look that's a pretty detailed map, don't you think? But the reason the map's like this is just water, right? So, but this game will always have a place in my heart because it's the first game I ever won a tournament in. And it's one of those games that, like I said, I finally found it again. Believe it or not, Jester has never owned or played Fast Attack Boats. Wow. And hey, maybe that could be one game we play for the I don't know if there's but here's the little counter. So what's funny is I'll show you this real quick. I'm geeking out now because I found a game that Gesture actually doesn't have. And but here are the little ships. I don't know if you can see that. And each boat, or each Fast Attack boat, you have to stack all the missiles and everything on top of the boat. So when you got them on the board, there you go. When you got them on the board, there's a boat and it's got like 20 missiles stacked on top of it. And but it's a lot of fun. It's look, it's not a hard game. I'll show you the instructions. So it's even got the old school instructions. Now, I love how they used to print things like that, and you needed a magnifying glass just to read the fine print. But and then there's here's the combat resolution chart has a percentage of how you might hit and how you might not hit, and then you put all your boats on here and do all the combat. But again, it was just one of those. It's 7 pages of rules, so it's easy peasy, and it's just one of those games that I don't think I'll ever get rid of. You have to do a little record keeping, so got to do a little record keeping there. But it's like I said, it's one of those games that I'll never get rid of. I would like to find, to be honest with you, I think it's one of the coolest game covers ever. And I guess I wouldn't mind maybe getting a box. And you know how you can buy those album things that you can put your albums in? I think this would be really cool to hang in my office. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, so the Fast Attack Boats is one of the games I'll probably never get rid of. And let's see what else we got here. Yeah, and so they had the old Panzer game, which was really good. Yeah, Joel, not a lot of people have. I don't think a lot of people have heard of it, and that's one of the cool things. That's one of the reasons I brought it up. Also, the other one. So I don't have this game. I don't know where it went. I lost it a few years ago. I'm trying to get it back again because, guys, it is the best beer and pretzel game on the planet. It is so much fun to play. And when you open up the box, it's actually got, I think they got a picture of it. So yeah, so you keep record. So it's kind of like a role-playing game. You take damage on each part of your body. And there's a bar room and there's a ship. So you can play either one. And so, of course, we used to play the bar room, and you can see these people got miniatures and everything out. But you can see, so your little swashbucklers are there in the corner, and they're just it's just a fun beer and pretzel type game. And it is it's one that I would like to find. I did find it on. In fact, I think if we look on here, it was some crazy price that last time I saw it. Oh well, they say $10, but yeah. So I'm seeing $75. That's a lot of money for that game that I might not, play a lot, but it is awesome. Oh, nice. Yeah. So if you ever want to sell it, I would buy that game if you ever wanted to sell it. Yeah, counters are bad. But a lot of those oh, Greg, you still have a copy? Yeah, it is so much fun. I tell you folks, it is one of those games where you can you can play it for hours, and it just is a lot of fun to play. And it's beer and pretzel game. It's easy to pick up. You can teach it to people real quick. And let's see, Beachhead, same thing, right? And now I will say, I don't know if you've played that game, Mike. That game is broken, I think. A lot of people never really played it. It looked cool, but a lot of people never played it. Let's see what else I got here. So another one is, and folks, this is another game that true Civil War people laugh at it, but A House Divided is a lot of fun, and it's one of those games that you can play pretty quickly. So, Jester, I don't know if you've played it or not, but it's a lot. Have to run getting. All right, Jester, we'll see you later, buddy. But that'd be a good game to have on the channel. But again, it's real easy. The rules are simple. I think this is the original copy, so I've had this copy for years. I'm also on the P500 for the deluxe edition of this. But here's the rule book, all 4 pages of this, and real easy to play. The Vassal module's really good. So that's another one of the games that I don't know if I'll ever get rid of it. I'm going to keep this copy. I've had this copy since 1982 or so. I've had it for a while. And then the last one, I don't have one page bulge either, but I will say I used to play that game every lunch hour. We used to play that game, and it was so much fun. There was a group of us at in high school that would play this game, and it literally is one page, and it's a Steve Jackson game. If you're familiar with same person who Ogre and that sort of thing, but the game itself, there's the map board, and uh, it's easy peasy. You don't have to do much with it, and the counter art and the counters are beautiful, as you can tell. But it was so much fun to play. The it was a one sheet thing that you had for the rules, and just really it was fun. I had so much fun playing this game, and you could set it up and play it really quickly. It was just it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing it, and I'd like to pick it back up again. If I could find it anywhere. Let's see. Let's check back up with the. No, I don't own any games from DVG, and so I'll tell you why, guys. Is years ago, probably 10, 12 years, well, maybe longer than that. Um, I bought it, or I wanted, I don't know, something happened, but the dealings with the company was not the best, and it just kind of turned me off a little bit. I hear the games are great. Wayne says that the Leader Series games are really good, and I'm not, I wouldn't be adverse to playing the game. I just at this time I just don't have any of them in my collection, so I would, I'll have to check them out and. Oh, you don't have to do that, but if you want to, I'll pay a going rate. I really, like I said, I wouldn't mind having that game back. That'd be something I think my wife would actually play. I have Across Five Aprils going to play Bentonville sometime this year, so I've heard good things about that system too, and so I really I'm looking forward to that. I live right by Pea Ridge. I mean, I am 10 miles from Pea Ridge, and so Compass by Battle Hymn. Yeah, so well, my birthday's in August, but again, you don't have to do that. That's very nice. Ogre is fantastic. I love that game. The new deluxe one that's got all the hundreds of pieces. I'm not a big fan of that, but it's the old little folio game was really good. Thanks for reminding me. I got a box of Ogre models that need building someday. See, now I would play Ogre miniatures. That would be, I guess the deluxe edition of it actually comes with some little miniatures. So I think that would be fun. I wouldn't mind doing that. So, well, folks, I kept this short and sweet because I wanted to make sure that we could all go watch the Compass. We've got a few minutes, so we'll sit here and chat. I'll get you out of here in about 5-10 minutes. But I just, so next week, I don't know. Well, let's see. Next week is Gesture on next week? Gesture, that may be Gesture's first week next week. So what's today? Yeah, Gesture's on next week. So we will have that show for you next week where he will be on the show. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then I'm not sure what the topic is going to be. There's a couple things I want to chat about. I want to chat about things we do on the side that make our games easier to play. So I want to do something like that. I would also like to do kind of talk about what if you had a game and your favorite game and you could make changes to it, what would that be? We had a conversation the other day. There was a group of us in fact, on Coffee Encounters on Tuesday morning, and we were talking about, man, there's certain games that we love, but if you made a couple tweaks, it'd be really cool. So that may be another topic. If you guys have a topic, shoot it out to me, and I'll try to see what we can do. We've had 45 people in here tonight, folks, so I want to thank you guys for that. I do want to thank all the people who have bought me a cup of coffee. If you go to Cardboard Commander, buy me coffee, you can give a little tip or something. And I've had a few people do that. So you don't need to, no pressure. You guys are supporting me enough by just coming to these things and doing that. And then another thing. Oh, I had a people reach out to me about T-shirts. So I may do some T-shirts. Yeah, I may do some T-shirts and won't make any money on them. Just sell them for what they cost me. But maybe that'd be a cool way to get some Cardboard Commander shirts out to people. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I thought. Is the same system as the old Avalon Hill system, right? Assembly required. I'm not doing assembly. Um, counters and coffee is a half hour. I get up on a Tuesday morning. I'm up early all the time. So on Tuesday mornings, I get up and I have my cup of coffee and I turn on my live and we talk about war games and life and whatever for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then I shut it off and I do my, I work from home, but I shut it off and start my work day. So you're welcome to come by Tuesday mornings at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, yeah, bad dice. You can't do that. So, folks, I know a bunch of you are going to be jumping over to the Compass. Um, I guess they got a whole bunch of stuff going on, so there's going to be a lot of things going on tonight. I love going over there and listening to Bill get on his rants and that sort of thing. But again, just do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, do all that YouTube stuff for me. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. If you know anybody who wants to subscribe to this wonderful channel, I am 7 subscribers short of the 2,000 mark, and which I would have never. Within a year, we've jumped 1,800 subscribers. So, all right, Christoph, take care, buddy, and we'll talk to you soon. Christoph's been one of the longtime supporters. Really do appreciate that. Is my best meeting of Tuesday morning. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I have to say, a lot of people have been coming by. It's been pretty cool. So, all right, everybody, I'm going to let you out of here. Again, thanks for coming by. Make sure you go to, if you're on Facebook, go to Cardboard Commander, the Facebook group. We've got almost 200 people on there, and it's only been open a couple months. Go to Discord. If you want to invite on Discord, just shoot me a note and I can get you on the Discord server. Make sure you go check out the AARs. A lot of people are playing the AARs on the channel. So, folks, until next time, man, just be careful out there. Be safe. Be kind. Happy wargaming, everybody. Take care.